Yeah, so my name is Mojizi. I am an artist and I'm also a builder in the Web3 space. Also, an ambassador to LISC. And I'm really, really glad to be here in your midst. Um, I want to say a big appreciation to LISC and the board. And sometime last year, I think at the beginning of the last quarter of 2023, I and Kala talked about having LISC, having like a hub, right, in Port Harcourt. And Kala is someone that is very passionate about building and about every one of us here because what we've done so far is basically for the good of every one of us here, right? I want you to give a round of applause to her for Carla. Now, so that was what inspired or brought about the LISC Borderless Hub. At the Borderless 2.0, the plan was to have a 6 months activation year in the Borderless Hub in partnership with LISC. And today we are here, right? As someone that was, that was part of the first grant program with LISC. By the way, I'm the CEO of StreamLivr.com. StreamLivr is a live streaming platform that utilizes Web3 and crypto and NFTs to reward creators and fans, right? So it's a social finance or social decentralized finance platform. Did you get that? So let me give an example. What's your name, sir? Ate. Okay, so Ate is let's say he's an influencer, right? He likes to make videos about brands he loves, and on Instagram you need to have about 1 million followers, and there are certain milestones you reach for them to now call you to say how far you're a creator that can earn on a platform. In it, right? Does any one of us here earn on Facebook? No, but I can say that collectively, we have collectively, including me, we bring up to like 100,000 impressions or engagements per week to Facebook. In fact, there was a post I put up recently about this P Diddy's issue in the US, right? And I checked it up today. The impressions I saw on that post alone, I didn't promote it, is about 250,000. So that is that post from my wall got to 250,000 people. Comments are about 200 and something, likes about 300 and something. To tell you that from one person to another, my post is reaching out to people, but I'm not making any money, right? So this is the problem. I released a song in 2021 that gathered close to 20 something thousand streams, and 3 months later, I said 3 months later, that is, I couldn't even see my analytics and my stream and my royalties the next day. I had to wait 3 months later for me to even see $15. So I got mad, and I was like, okay, you know what? Let's build something for creators, right? Where there are different revenue streams for you to be able to earn. Now, Kala made mention of something. She said, in this space, all it just takes is to be creative and build something. You necessarily do not need funding. I don't know if you get my point. Just come together with someone. I have an idea. You have the skills. I have this particular skill. Because the truth is that as a developer, being a developer alone is not enough to build a company or a startup, right? I can tell you for a fact, with all your code, if you don't know how to build a company, you will crash in the first 5-6 months. If you don't even understand business, you don't understand finance, you don't understand social skills, right? Those things are what actually comes together to build a company. So it's okay if you have this deficiency, but when you find people around you, come together and build something, and then somehow the support will follow. I cannot say there is this 100 million naira that we have raised from StreamLivr to be able to build to this point. By the way, we have more than 1,000 users on our platform, right? We've been running for close to 5 months now. We launched the app in January, but we have already had it running, and we keep updating. If you go on Play Store now, update the app, you see a different UI, you see more updates, right? As we go, we get funded per sessions. Different people come in. I can just wake up and I get a message from a VC. How are you? I heard of StreamLivr. I want to talk with you. Do you understand? Now, that is how it works. Now, in 2022, I discovered Lisk. 2023 May, I became the first ambassador for Lisk in Africa. Got to for this CVVC Labs event, CVVC Summit in South Africa. I was booked there to speak, and then when I came back, they told me, Mo, okay, let's build something in the Nigerian like ecosystem, and that was how I started doing events, started meeting people. We got on the first grant program for the startup program, and that was when they started funding startups. Right now, Lisk is now on L2, EVM L2. That is to say, as of last year, Lisk was building on JavaScript. How many of you know about JavaScript here? Like JavaScript here, that was what Lisk was using in last year, L1. Now Lisk is L2, which is to say, there's a better chance for more blockchain developers to jump on the Lisk SDK, right? To start building on Lisk. And now this is why the Borderless Hub is here. Now, if you have any idea, a business idea, you could be smart enough, right, in your field. It doesn't have to be music or creator economy. It could even be selling motor parts, right? It could even be POS services, right? Because you and I know that if you walk from here to that junction, you see at least 2 POS stands. How many of you have observed that? It's a business because there is need, there is a necessity, right? You can tell yourself, I can now build a POS service where people can scan to pay me with crypto, and then I will give them naira. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? As little as that, right? As long as you are serving or you're servicing a market, there is funding for you to scale that market, right? Now, let's just scroll through this. I want to just do like, it's more like me doing a presentation. So imagine, no, I wanted to say, if you imagine you're an investor, but this is not an investor deck. This is like a, a presentation deck. Investor decks, you will see more of the figures. I removed all those figures and figures so it doesn't bore you. But just say StreamLivr is a live streaming app where creators have done all this introduction. Let's keep going. Why we are building it? We are building it because video content amounts to about 70% of the overall internet traffic. If you really want to promote something today, the best chance of you reaching more people is to do what? Is to do a video in it. Because the chances of you reaching more people when you just write like a blog is slimmer. So now you have to do a video. This is why there's a market for a product like this, right? I'm showing you these things because more than just having an idea, you should have a presentable idea. Did you get what I said? More than just having an idea, you should have a what? A presentable idea. You should be able to convince the next person that this idea is sellable, is scalable, right? And we can build it. All I just need is some bit of support, right? And to a good extent, when you come and say funding is your support, it's a turn off. Did you get what I said? It's a what? It's a turn off. So place your value first, and then if everyone knows that you need money to build, right? So don't go with I need money to build something. Go with I have a product that is already servicing 1 or 2 people. We have a problem. The problem is our system cannot carry up to 10,000 people on the platform. Already the investor knows that it's money, right? So what I'm saying this is that the goal here is that at the end of this session, you should be thinking, what am I building for the Lisk hackathon? Now, this Lisk hackathon that just opened on the 1st of April, which is 2-3 days ago, the reward pool for the hackathon is amounting to about $40,000 currently. And that is not going to be the peak or the max price, because as the day goes by, some other people are coming in to add funding into it. And over 980 million OP tokens, right, are also in the price pool for building with the OP stack, right? That's over $3 billion, right? And see, there's something we need to understand here. Kala said something. There are a lot of Nigerian people I know, guys and girls and ladies, that are building and making huge money It's not so good. There's nobody using it. Sometimes I even ask myself, maybe I could have gone the route of launching token and, do you understand, going for the money. Maybe by now we wouldn't have even been in Nigeria if it was really the money. It's just that I'm more passionate about building and doing, just getting my hands dirty, right? Obviously, I need money to take care of myself and people around me. But if it's really about the money, I will not be here. But the point is that if you know you're in this space for the money, which there's nothing wrong in being here for the money, because it is money, it is business that is the engine of the world. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, the whatever you're using today is money that made it what it is, right? If you're here for the money, cool. In fact, I really like to work with people that are in for the money. You know why? Because if you know you're here for the money, then you should be here to build what will bring the money. Like, you should do what will bring the money, right? So package your idea. Let's move to the next phase. Next page, please. Okay. Market potential. This is all about packaging your idea, for artists, for gamers, for shoppers, traders. The live streaming shopping market in Asia alone is worth over $4 billion, right? Do you know that Asians, like these Indians, their market is very sweet for live. They like live streaming. In fact, when I go through the backlog of our app, like India and China, they are one of the top countries using our app. Their own is just to go. They will go and test to see if it's working fine, better than before. If it's working fine, they will off the live stream. You know what they are doing? They are just waiting for the right time to start selling in the platform. I don't know if you got what I'm saying. So there is a market. You need to, as you're building in the hackathon, you need to package your idea in a way that you make the investor understand that there is a market for you, right? There are projected metrics. There's a current metric here. Let's keep moving. Okay, let's keep moving. Okay, our team, we have developers and brand designer, business developer, and all that here, and so on and so forth. So this is what we are building at StreamLivr. And like I said before, we are part of the first, beneficiaries of the first grant program. The good thing here is that when we had a meeting in January, when Lisk piloted to EVM layer 2, they were very specific that Lisk is going to be investing a lot in Africa. How many of you know Africa is like number one now in sustainable development? Like, everyone wants to come to Africa. You really need to position yourself, because if you're not on this moving train, you're going to be left out. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. You're going to be left out. Don't ever think yourself small, like there's nothing, like, can I make this happen? You can make it happen, right? All you just need to do is, okay, I'm a God person, right? Just ask God for the right idea, right? Ask God for the right people to work with. And then when you work with them, you bet up something new, something great that could overturn the world, right? I think that's all I had to say, basically, right? On this note, thank you very much. So on this note, I'm officially inviting you. I know Kala has said it and rang it over and over. I want to see more Nigerian projects win hackathons. The last Lisk hackathon that happened in September last year that we did. I don't know. Some of us were there. Yeah, you were there. We were bidding on site at Arena, UST Arena, amphitheater. So while we were there were people on site in Berlin also building and all that. Can you believe that the 3 projects that won the Lisk Worldwide Hackathon were Nigerian projects? Nigerian projects were the 3 projects that won the World Hackathon. So there's nothing you guys, like, there's nothing we cannot do. Do you understand? From this borderless hub, let there be projects that will win the new hackathon. It's possible. I don't know if you get my point. It's very, very possible. Yes. Very, very possible. And the good thing is that you really do not even need users to be able to. It's a hackathon. That is, they are not looking for big projects. They are looking for ideas, right? So I think that's all I had to say. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So 20 minutes to be done. This part of the event is where you all meet yourselves, you talk, you exchange ideas. There's shops available and drinks. So music is going to be on. It's for you guys to interact. I'm going to add you guys to a group later on, before the end of today, so that we can talk. We'll give you more information on what's happening with the hackathons, what's happening with the different activities that are going on, how you can bring your ideas to life. So if you have ideas, if you have businesses already, this is just one meeting. We're going to have different meetings on WhatsApp to just put our ideas together so we can submit different proposals, so we can enter into the different hackathons. And at least if maybe 10 projects come out of us, if 4 wins, that's a good thing. If 5, and who says the 10 can't win? Who says the full 10 can't go in? So there are like 8, there are 4 different categories, and there are 4 winners for each category. That is 16 projects that can get it. If 10 of those projects come out of us, it's a good deal. So I'll add you guys to the group. Later on, we'll talk. I'll give you guys more info. But for now, it's just for us to chill. Some of the things that we have said, feast on them, interact with yourselves, and enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much. Yes. So, if anybody has any question at this period, no, no. Do you have a question? Okay. All right. So, the food is over there. Let's just go and chill. Yep. Do what? Yeah, I'm facing a group now, so I'll add you guys. I'll post it there.